Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beam Review. For today's video, we're going to be going over different ways that you should be taking care of your BMW. I see a lot of common mistakes that many owners are making, so the purpose for this video is to make sure that you are not doing those. Definitely pay attention to all these because each one has its own little benefit to it, and you may learn something that you didn't know before. For my last video, that's actually doing pretty well. I had mentioned how exactly you should be taking your BMW through a car wash. I did get a ton of feedback, and yes, what everyone was saying about taking your BMW through a car wash is very, very true. Ultimately, the very best way that you should be cleaning your BMW is through hand washing only. Let's talk about that real quick. 3 different ways you could be washing your BMW. Number 1 is going to be hand washing. This is going to be the most common way because then you yourself are in charge of how exactly you are washing your BMW, but more importantly, you are choosing the correct products that you should be using and the proper chemicals that won't actually damage the paint throughout the course of your ownership. So if you are somebody who's hand washing your BMW, which I do believe is a great majority, if you wanted, we do have a really cool 20% off discount code for chemical guys. So if you needed some products, or if you even just needed some advice on how to properly clean your car and hand wash it at home, the cool thing that chemical guys can do is that they actually have a how-to video on how to use their products, what system to use it in, and what exactly may be the best for your BMW. So the link for that right down below. The discount code is BeamReview20, all lowercase. If you want my personal opinion, I would never take my BMW through a touch car wash, ones that have brushes that actually make contact with your BMW, because if you do, you're going to potentially get swirl marks on your paint, and nobody wants that. Yes, you can get that detailed out, but that's just an additional headache that you may have to worry about. And then lastly, for our car wash that is touchless, these car washes are better than the regular ones that have brushes, but many have said, and it may be true to a certain degree, that the chemicals used in even touchless car washes can be harmful to your paint over time. So with that said, hand washing your BMW is the best way to go about that. Number 2, as soon as somebody gets a brand new BMW, the number 1 thing that they get is all season mats. BMWs do come with cloth mats. In my personal opinion, they are okay for the summertime, but they do pick up a ton of dirt and they can get messy, salty extremely quick, and it's difficult to take it all out. So the first thing you need to do is get yourself a pair of all-season mats. If you do not have all-season mats in your BMW at this point, you may be making a big mistake because you're going to be leaving dirt and grime all over the floor. We also have links for really cool all-season mats. I'm also going to be linking this right down below. We got links going to Amazon OEM mats. We are also partnered with Lace Fit mats as well, so make sure you check out those at the end of the video. The other thing to mention is trunk liner. So if you are somebody who does a lot of trucking around with your BMW and you have a ton of stuff that could potentially go into your trunk, things that could ruin the carpet way back there, you could also get yourself a trunk liner. So if you have a SUV, definitely make sure you get yourself a trunk liner if you are going to get messy way back there. This is also rubberized and is great material, so then you can have a laser cut finish that will suit your BMW trunk perfectly. Number 3, let's talk about oil changes. So with BMWs, for the majority of them, it's going to be every 10,000 miles or every 1 year, whichever one comes first. A lot of BMW customers that I've dealt with most likely do not meet that 10,000 mile mark, which is completely fine, but you do have to do your oil change every single year. If you are somebody who puts on more than 10,000 miles every single year, you may want to consider getting your oil change done a bit sooner. If you plan on keeping your BMW for a long time, and if you just want to take absolutely the best care of it, my personal recommendation would be to do the oil change at around the 7,500 mark. You could wait for the 10,000 mile mark, but at that point you are kind of pushing the limit. The BMW itself, if you go into vehicle status through settings, way down here, vehicle status, you can actually see how close you are to hitting that 10,000 mile mark. If you go to service right over here, and then you're going to see engine oil. So this lets me know that if I keep on driving for 8,000 miles, that I'm going to be due for a oil change. It also perfectly gives you the date right there as well. So that is one thing to consider. If you really want to take care of your BMW, just get your oil change done sooner if you plan on keeping your BMW in tip-top shape as long as possible. Number 4 is going to be software updates. So this is going to be extremely crucial. So a lot of people, they are not doing their software updates. They're completely ignoring it. I will say that doing software updates on your BMW is extremely important. mainly because if you don't do it, you're going to be stuck with minor little kinks within the software. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that your BMW app is connected at all times. The BMW app itself will give you a notification letting you know that you are due for a vehicle software update or remote software update. You can also manually check in the BMW as well. If you go into settings right here, go all the way down to system settings, click on that, and then if you keep going down, you're going to see remote software upgrade listed here. I don't have my profile connected, so I'm not seeing it. Keep in mind, remote software upgrades do come a part of a subscription for BMW. At the making of this video, once you get past that 4-year mark from the life of the vehicle, you may just have to resubscribe to the Connected Drive services, which gets you back things like traffic jam information. It allows you to use the app to control the car, and most importantly, what we just mentioned was the software update. Big thing to mention, once you turn off the car, it's going to prompt you on the goodbye screen saying, would you like to install your remote software upgrade? Whenever you click on that, you want to completely leave your BMW alone, and you do not want to touch it for at least a half hour or whatever the instructions say. I personally would leave it overnight. Do not disturb the BMW whenever you're doing a software upgrade. That is a big mistake. There could be a good chance that you could crash the head unit, and you definitely do not want that. Maybe something that is not covered under warranty, so do not disturb your BMW while it's doing that 20-minute software upgrade or whatever the instructions say. Let's talk about things like PPF and ceramic coat. So I would say ceramic coat is probably more popular than PPF, and I will explain what both of these are if you don't know. Ceramic coat or Simonize is a service that could be offered at many different stores. You could also get it from a local shop. Ceramic coat is a really cool layer of protection that you can put on your BMW paint. It basically bonds to it, and it protects your BMW from things like harmful UV rays. It protects it against bird droppings. It does a extremely great job of keeping your BMW a whole lot more clean. If you are somebody who doesn't have a garage and you park your BMW outside, I would highly recommend that you get ceramic coat on your BMW, because I've had my BMW before and I parked it outside. The first couple of weeks that I had it, I didn't have a proper ceramic coat. The BMW would just pick up dirt, and dirt would stick on it very easily. But with ceramic coat on, the BMW just looks cleaned all year round. Keep in mind, if you do get Simonize, which in my personal opinion is a cheaper version of a real ceramic coat, that would also do the same thing, but you may have to reapply it every single year or so. If you get the more expensive ceramic coat where they use a really popular professional fluid such as Ceramic Pro, that protection going onto your paint would be a whole lot more beneficial to you. It's a lot more apparent that you have it. The water will just bead off the car, so much so that if your vehicle was wet, you could just get a hair dryer and just clean off your BMW. The next one is going to be PPF. So PPF, if you are somebody who does a lot of highway driving, if you are somebody who really wants to take care of their BMW from rock chips, or if you are somebody who parks in the city where your bumpers could get hit, PPF is a amazing technology that is getting popular in many different BMWs and cars in general. My personal opinion, what I got done on mine was I did the front nose of my BMW, and then I did the side mirrors as well. And by doing that, I will say that PPF that I got done saved me from 2 or 3 rock chips. I could actually see the rock chips in the PPF, but my actual paint on the car was completely fine. Where people's cars or BMWs would get hit with another car, but because they had PPF on their bumpers, they were simply able to just peel away the paint transfer that would have been on their BMW. So yes, PPF in my opinion is worth it. Yes, I highly recommend it. If you do a lot of highway driving, definitely do it. If you park in the city, at least PPF your bumpers front and back, just so you don't get chips from other cars that are trying to parallel park behind you. Many people do a half PPF where they just cover up the front half of their hood. This could be an option that you could do. In my personal opinion, I would never do this because you can clearly see the difference of where the PPF ends, and you can see a nice solid line, which is quite ugly, going along the hood of your car. So if you do PPF for the front, I would recommend that you do the whole nose just to make sure that it looks completely seamless and you're getting all around protection from rock chips and many other things that could come across a really dirty road. Another one is going to be screen protector. So I've actually seen this on Amazon a few times, but with this new iDrive system here, I have seen a screen protector that you could get for this on Amazon. I'm going to try to link that down below as well, but if you are somebody who does not like fingerprints These screens are very, very susceptible to getting fingerprints. They are quite easy to wipe off, but if you just want to avoid that altogether, you could get a anti-glare screen protector that goes along this whole entire curved screen here, and that would keep your BMW screens looking nice and neat. Another one that I got for my car, you could get it for yourself as well, but if you are somebody who lives in a really hot climate where the interior of your BMW is going to get extremely hot, keep in mind, not only is that bad for the leather, that can also cause UV damage to the interior. So one thing you could get is tinted windows. I personally love tinted windows because not only does it keep the interior nice and protected, but the other thing that it could do is give me a nice sense of privacy as well. So make sure you get the correct tint for your BMW if you consider it. You could also get this thing called the eyebrow, which goes right along the top of here. So this portion right here could be tinted as well. I personally got tints done all around my BMW, so that kept the interior nice and clean, completely protected, and kept me extremely cool during the summertime. I'm gonna do a bit of a part 2 for the ceramic coat because I do highly believe in this product. But not only could you ceramic coat the outside paint of your BMW, you could also ceramic coat the interior of your car too. So the reason why I really wanted to mention this is because if you are somebody who has light colored seats or a light colored interior, having ceramic coat done will prevent and preserve the interior a whole lot better. It can prevent things like jean stains getting onto the seats. If you have light colored seats, that is something to watch out for. If you are somebody who has darker colored seats, these naturally will just stay in good condition. But the biggest thing that I definitely wanted to mention are BMW rims. So BMW rims are very, very prone to getting brake dust. Obviously, these cars are definitely performance cars in each of their different little ways. So brake dust is a huge thing that could make your rims look really, really dirty. So what you could do is you could get your wheels ceramic coated as well. And by doing this, brake dust on the wheels is a lot less likely to stick on the wheels themselves. Not only that, whenever you are cleaning those wheels, even though they may be dirty, if you have them ceramic coated, the dirt on those wheels will just come flying off very, very easy. And it's a whole lot less scrubbing. One of my shameless plugs I do all the time, and I always say it, but protect your BMW key fob. If you are somebody who uses your BMW key fob, these key fobs are over $900 to $1,000. And if you drop this, not only are you going to get scratches, but if you damage it, it's not going to be something cheap that you could fix easily. So we actually have BMW compatible key fob covers in our store. We've sold over 500 of them all around the United States. So the links for these are going to be right down below. BMW wheel locks are also a thing. So many of these BMWs that I've been seeing, they already come with BMW wheel locks. If you have a BMW that doesn't have wheel locks, I would highly recommend you get them because these rims are also $900 to $1,000, not cheap at all. But if you look at your wheels, you should see a star-shaped lug nut within there indicating that you have a wheel lock on them, so no one can just go ahead and steal your rims. If you already have them on, one thing I would recommend is you find out where exactly your wheel lock key is. Because if you try to go somewhere else aside from the dealer or a service center to change out your wheels or change your flat, there could be a good chance that you can't take off your rims unless you have that wheel lock key to take out that single lug nut that has a lock on it. Let's talk about gasoline real quick as well. So for my older BMWs, not too long ago, it used to be that on your BMW fuel cap door, it would give you two numbers. The first one would be the recommended octane that you should be putting into your BMW. There's also one right below it where it gives you the absolute minimum. So for the longest time, it used to be that BMW's absolute minimum octane was around 89. The recommended was 91 octane. But for my brand new BMWs, I have seen that they changed that minimum all the way down to 87, which is basically regular gas. And so as a minimum, could you put regular gas in your BMW? According to that sticker, you can. Would I do that? No. BMW engines are geared for the octane that is typically in the middle or higher, so plus or premium. For my BMW, I always put in the highest one, but that's just me. You don't have to do that, but I would highly recommend that you do not put in regular and only put in either middle or higher in terms of the octane that you would find at the gas stations. This will make sure that your engine keeps running in tip-top shape. If you do put in one of the lower octanes, it could be that your BMW will slightly feel sluggish. Just from my personal experience, your BMW battery is a big one. So there are a lot of people who don't drive their cars enough. If you especially drive a X1 or X2, those batteries, I will say, are notorious for going flat if you don't drive them for a long time, especially during the winter. So from my personal experience, I would drive your BMW at least once a week. If you can do highway driving, that's even better, but definitely don't neglect the battery of the car. If you are someone who's going to be leaving your BMW alone to go on vacation for a week to 2 weeks, maybe even a month, yes, you could trickle charge the car. What I would do personally is inside settings, they have a feature called deep sleep mode. If you go into system settings right over here, you're going to see deep sleep mode listed right there. The vehicle is currently running right now, so it's grayed out, but definitely use deep sleep mode if you are going to be leaving your BMW for a long time. Keep in mind that if you do activate that, if you want it to get back into your car, you have to go to your trunk first, open up the trunk to wake up the car, and then you can go ahead and then use your key fob to open up the car and then drive it. So let me know what you all do to protect your BMW. If there was anything that you all think that I missed, feel free to comment down below. Obviously, these are my main takeaways to make sure you take care of your BMW. Of course, there are going to be a whole lot more, so feel free to address those. If you all had any questions, write it down below. And if you needed any of those products that I had mentioned, the links for those are right down below as well. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Have a great day. See you all for the next one.